Breaking news, Devin Williams, the 2020 Rookie of the Year, has broken his hand or fractured his hand. Whatever he did to his hand, he really messed it up. So, an article from Bleacher Report says the 2020 National League Rookie of the Year fractured his right hand while punching a wall. Gee, that was real smart. He, being Devin Williams, told reporters he had consumed alcohol after the Brewers clinching the NL Central. Now, I'm going to play you the video of this idiot explaining how he broke his hand. I mean, seriously, you gotta listen to this. This is ridiculous.
So I'm here with Devin. Devin has a fractured right hand. The injury is likely to keep him out for the remainder of the season. There is an outside chance that if we were to play in a World Series, that Devin could be available for a World Series. The injury will likely require surgery, will likely require a plate, and we're in the process of scheduling that procedure now. The injury occurred after our celebration on Sunday night, and Devin is here to discuss how the injury occurred.
So, after our celebration, I went out to have a few drinks, and on my way home, I was a little frustrated, upset, and I punched a wall. So that's how it happened.
Devin, just what are you feeling, now that you know the news and what the outcome is going to be for you?
I'm pretty upset with myself. There's no one to blame but me. I feel like I've let my team down, our coaching staff, our fans, everyone. I know how big of a role that I play on this team, and there's a lot of people counting on me. I guess all I can do now is cheer my team on and learn from it and don't make that same mistake in the future.
Did you guys not know the severity until fairly recently?
I wasn't aware, no.
So today was
yesterday.
So Devin actually tried to throw with this yesterday. We were not aware of this. He went out and tried to throw. I think at that point he recognized that he had hurt himself. He came in, told our medical staff. We got him an x-ray during the game yesterday, got the results during the game yesterday, have consulted with our doctors today, and understand that surgery is going to be required.
Alright, after the boorish statement from the idiot, I'm going to call him the idiot. I'm really calling him the idiot. The president of baseball operations for the Brew Crew, David Stearns, said Williams, the idiot, might be healthy in time for the Fall Classic should Milwaukee advance that far. Okay, well, he fractured his hand. And of course, when anybody fractures their hand or breaks their hand via doing something stupid and idiotic, first of all, it's always a pitcher, and then second of all, it's always their throwing hand. I mean, like, the two worst case scenarios for any player on any baseball team hurting their hand is always the worst guy. They're always the worst guy, and they always choose the wrong darn hand. You have another hand for a reason. If you want to screw up the left one, screw up the left one, please. At least, can you have that much sense? If I was a Brewers, if I was anybody on that Brewers squad, I would not want to look at this guy. I mean, seriously, it's like, dude, you are vitally important to us. You are one of the best relievers. Granted, the Brewers have a great bullpen and have a great starting rotation. But again, they have a great pitching staff overall, being, starters and bullpen, to substitute, I guess you could say, their lack of offensive production at times. Like they win their games in low-scoring affairs. You rarely see the Brewers win 12-11. Always low scoring. Very rarely do they ever score over 5.5 runs. I mean, that's just the way it is. And that's fine, but now you got your 2020 NL Rookie of the Year as a reliever, which is amazing in itself, on the shelf for virtually the entire postseason. Maybe he can come back, if they make the World Series. Well, a two-part problem. One, you gotta make it to the World Series. And two, you really have confidence in throwing at a guy in a World Series situation who just came off of a fractured hand? Are you serious? I would not want to throw this guy in there. I say, dude, head down the left field line and be the ball boy. Like, I don't want you on my squad. I don't need you taking up a roster spot. And honestly, if I was a Brewers, I hate to say it, I would not add him to the postseason roster. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'd say, you know what? Somebody else can take your spot who's healthy and not stupid. And they say, well, he consumed alcohol. Well, dude, like, I know, you can consume alcohol. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, you won the division. He didn't just consume it on, like, April the 1st. Hey, there was a reason. Everybody was partying. But, like, dude, he says, I was frustrated. And I punched the wall. Frustrated from what? What could you possibly be frustrated about? You just won the division. What, did you have a bad season? I don't think so. Why? Because if you look at the numbers for Mr. Idiot, the Idiot has played a big role out of the bullpen for the Brewers. In 58 appearances, he is 8-2 as a reliever with 3 saves, 23 holds, a 2.50 ERA, a 2.81 FIP, and 14.5 strikeouts per 9, according to Fangraphs. And also, it goes on to say, should Milwaukee fail to win the pennant, Williams' injury will undoubtedly lead to questions about how the team would have fared with him. Which, I mean, it is an honest question. It's a fair question to ask if the Brewers do not win the senior circuit pennant. But if they don't make it to the World Series, I wouldn't lay it all on Williams. Not saying that he doesn't deserve to be blamed for his actions, because he does, don't get me wrong. But if they don't make it to the World Series being the Brewers, or get knocked out in the first round or something, or just don't make it at all, I guess that's the point, then it really shouldn't all be on him unless they end up losing the pennant in like a 7-game series in the CS, and they lose it as they're entering the 8th or the 9th inning in a 1-run or 2-run game, and whoever's in there blows a save, and half of their losses come via giving up runs in the 7th inning or later. Like, I guess that's the only way you could really blame the Idiot Williams. But again, it shouldn't all be on him if they don't make it to the World Series. And to me, this is just like a petty quote I want to end off here of what Williams said. He says, "I'm pretty upset with myself. There is no one to blame but me. I feel like I've let my team down, our coaching staff down, our fans, everyone. I know how important of a role I play on this team, and a lot of people count on me." Well, we won't be counting on you next year, because honestly, if I'm Craig Counsell, dude, like, if you can't control yourself because you had a couple of drinks and you end up punching a wall, because you're mad. Mad about what? I still don't know. But the thing is, I don't care why you punched the wall. At the end of the day, you punched the wall. And at the end of the day, you broke your hand. And at the end of the day, you're an idiot. And at the end of the day, you ain't gonna be on my team next year. If I'm Craig Counsell, I do not want this guy on my team next year. And frankly, like I said in the beginning, I do not want him on my postseason roster. Why? Because he is taking up a spot. Now, I think you can put him on the World Series